I was over the moon of being selected just to be a part of that wider squad. So to be in that wider squad was just a massive privilege to be involved, and then obviously to end up going originally as a travelling reserve. I was over the moon of that, just to be part of that wider squad to go to Rio. And then with the unfortunate injury to AJ, I ended up going in sort of 6 days before the tournament started.
It's probably the most unique team in rugby. It didn't exist 11 weeks before we went out to compete. So in terms of kind of preparation, we had a wider squad, we had a bigger squad than we normally had, but it was also filled with like great players, like I say 28 to 30 awesome players. But yeah, we were like a program almost on speed. We had to get to know each other quicker than we'd ever got to know each other before. We had to design a level of training that allowed all guys to compete and have that opportunity.
We went to a training camp in a place called Belo Horizonte, which was about an hour north of Rio with the same climate. It's your first taste of that Olympic experience, where I think we were with athletics, rowers, maybe I think a couple of other sports when we were there, but it was us in just this holding camp where we had access to a huge training complex, our own gym, everything was on our time and stuff, and just to be able to really, almost half relax, but you know you're there, and it's kind of like the lead in into the games then. And then the excitement just builds every day before going into the village.
Yeah, I think apart from the kitting out day, that was the first time I felt, well, we're part of a massive team here. Like, so you got a chance to meet other sports people, other people who do your role around Team GB. We had the English base, the school where we could go and train. And just really start to kind of understand, like, this is a massive team, and you're part of something bigger and something pretty special.
Great Britain!
Walking out into the opening ceremony, you just hear this wall of noise hit you, and you look around, there's like, I don't know how many people, I think it was like 90 to 100,000 people in the stadium, and that was really special. And just following out, sort of, Andy Murray was our flag bearer, so following out the huge like Union Jack into the stadium was really impressive. The atmosphere was great, it was class. We had a great sort of travelling like families and friends, like GB corner of the crowd, and it was just awesome to be able to see them after every game. And yeah, the lead up sort of game by game was crazy actually, in terms of like emotionally. I think obviously apart from the first and last game, the four in the middle was sort of won in the last play of the game.
I've never been as nervous in the Argentina game.
That would be it. It wasn't enjoyable. It was so nerve-wracking
because there was yellow cards, there was missed kicks at goal, extra time. I think when you got to the final, there was that kind of feeling that like you've achieved and you knew you were going to win a medal. That definitely had a positive effect on me in terms of like kind of knowing that like all the hard work that all the boys have put through, like we definitely have achieved something. It's just a shame we couldn't go one further.
The final, to be fair, we did enjoy it. Like I feel like we were fully enjoying that moment, and like being able to sing the anthem in an Olympic final in front of a crowd was like so special. And yeah, obviously the game didn't go the way we wanted to, but it was still such like a phenomenal achievement in terms of the journey, considering we'd only really met up as a squad 12 weeks beforehand.
No, I'm just buzzing for them. Like, they've had a tough 12 months from a programme point of view. I think 12 months ago there was no chance of this even happening, so there's a couple of guys in there who we've both worked with before and who were there last time, and you know them, you know their families, you know why they do it, and I'm just buzzing for them that they've got there, because the journey's been by far tougher than even what we went through.
I'm envious of that feeling, because you don't get it anywhere else in rugby, where you're part of that bigger team and that part of that Team GB at an Olympics. Like, it is really cool to be part of that sort of huge family that are all going for the same goals. And yeah, just like so happy for some of the guys, like I said earlier, like AJ Davis, who got injured 6 days before the last one, and the other guys that have been through the struggles of the programme closing down, opening back up again, missing out on selections over the past few years, or being injured at the wrong times, like now, to get their shots on the biggest stage is so cool.